Hello chefs! Today we do something quite different. Probably by now you're fed up with the sprouts, carrots, parsnips and roast potatoes, so we go to a more exotic vegetable, a fennel. Some people are a bit baffled at what to do with it. They usually use for salad, but I do a cooked fennel, and for it you need some Parma ham if you can afford it, or smoked ham, but I only got some salami, so I'll be using that instead. A bit of salad dressing, salt, pepper, oil, flour and some paprika. So what you're going to do, I just do the preliminary, which is basically to cut this into segments and poach it, but then I cut the middle of the story out and go on to some which already been poached, which is really something that goes on by itself. So fennel is the same family as the celery, a branched stem, and what we do is cut it to segments depending on the size, either 4 or 6 like in this case, and I cut it right to the tip to make a nice wedge. And that's a full portion. I just keep some of the best one for later on to make up the salad. That one is a good. And all you do is just put into salt water, simmering, and it doesn't take too long until they're just soft. So that's in there. So the best thing is to do it perhaps the day before in order for it to cool down. And what you end up is with the cooked segments. And what you're going to do from those, we move on to put salami, or in this case, in your case maybe, the Parma ham, which is best, or smoked ham, German smoked ham is fine. And then we put it through seasoned flour and fry it. So I'm going to do all of those the same way. So I prepare myself 1 slice of salami per wedge. And all I do is just trim it a bit because the peppered salami's got quite a lot of strength. Just keep that. I can still put it in something else. And cut 3 wedges out of each. And then I just put the fennel down and open up the leaves of layers. And so all you can imagine is put the salami in between. Or again, I repeat, a smoked ham will be better. But there's your choice. Some people like to put cheese in the middle, very, very thin slices of cheese. And all I have to do is just keep the thin end towards the tip and start off from the furthest away to the outside. Doesn't matter if it's not too elegant, as long as you got the salami going through the leaves. So I repeat with each one of them, and just 2 maybe, it's only got very little space between the layers. One. 2 is sufficient. So meanwhile I got the pan on about medium heat. And I say it could sort of be inventive with this. Yeah, the fennel is quite a unique flavour. It's got sort of an aniseed flavour to it. And it's usually cooked this way, but most of the time is kept raw for salad. And it goes very well with fish dishes. but in my case I'll probably just do a salad with it. Right, so I got a spare one. Next I just need the flour, put the oil into the pan, just to sort of wet the bottom. Sorry, here we go. I'll put a tiny bit of paprika in it, and a tiny bit of salt. Not too much, because you already got the salami that's quite strong, and of course they're being boiled into, poached I should say, in salt water, and just mix it in. All you need is just the oil in a pan and this, and you go through putting flour on both sides, shake it off and put it in one by one. It's a fairly straightforward dish really. It's just a bit different than your usual things. Make sure I got oil where I'm gonna put the fennel. And you could use a salsa to go with it. The roast sweet pepper salsa is ideal, or a tomato sauce, or a herb salsa, or in my case I'm going to have a bit of a herb dressing. Right, make sure that they're flat against the pan so they get a nice colouring. Looks a bit dry, so I put a tiny bit more oil with it. Take my flour off, and with the remaining one I prepare the salad to go with it. And all I do is just shred it very, very fine. More or less the same way as we've done the cabbage in the past, all around the core of the fennel, which is edible but a bit tough for salad. And all I do is just put it in a bowl and make a little bit of garnish salad to go with it. And seeing that I need a bit of colour, I add to it a bit of tomato. Meanwhile my fennel is cooking just right, and time to turn it round. As you can see, it's colouring up quite well. And if you were here, you could really smell the sort of smell of the fennel. It's quite rich. The tomato, I removed the seeds this time. And I just cut them into slivers, which means like very, very thin segments. That I put inside the salad as well. Make myself some room, just above it. And waste not, want not, I even use the remaining bit of salami, or in case I can repeat again, the smoked ham. And the fennel are nearly ready. So it didn't take very long really, About 8 minutes so far. This is now finished. I've got my salad here. I mix it in. And I could have other bits of salad with it. But just to use up what I got handy and not to waste either the fennel or the tomato. And I dress it straight away in the bowl. And I got just some herb dressing, which is the normal salad dressing with fresh chopped parsley or whichever tender herbs like the dill, or if you have the fennel, you can use a leaf of the fennel. And that gets a bit of flavour. And that's it. Time to serve. That can go off, that can stay simmering. And all I need to do now is to dress it nicely. So that's an ample portion for one person. I think I'll go a little way, like that. I think it's best. Turn it around. So it's just sort of blushed with the heat. And what I do is just put the salad in the middle. There you are. Although it might seem expensive, the fennel, you know, it's worth it. It makes a dish on its own. And here is the non-festive vegetables. I hope you enjoyed. You can have some mayonnaise with it or tartar sauce with it if you want it to have the salad sort of flavour to go with the fennel. Please try it and tell me if you enjoyed it or not. Bye bye, see you next time.